Hi, my beautiful people. This is Dr. Ndidi Eham, and today I wanted to talk about something very important. I wanted to talk about spending and healthcare, having money for your health and just having money for yourself. This is going to be more of a personal content, something that a lot of people are dealing with. As someone who works in healthcare, I could tell you it is one of the most expensive unplanned expense that people get, and it puts a lot of people in debt and even people go into bankruptcy. So medical bills is one of the number one reasons why people file for bankruptcy. It is so expensive. Like, people can become sick and all of a sudden they have a bill of $5 million, $20 million. The other day I was reading about a lady who was diagnosed with cancer and her bill was it 20 million? And so of course the hospital, they treat you here. This is not like, other countries outside where if you don't have the money, then that's it, right? So somehow with some kind of miracle, an organization was able to cover her bills for her, but it was like a whole backstory. But pretty much that just goes to show you how an unexpected illness can drain you financially. Nobody plans to get sick. Nobody plans for cancer. Nobody plans for unexpected surgery. And those things, they're pretty expensive. So we're gonna get right into it. And I wanna help you come up with ways to save money, but not only save money, making sure that you're also smart with your money and you know what to do with your money, and making sure that you have an emergency fund. And I'm gonna give you 5 ways you can do that today. So let's begin. I have my little note here. So if you see me looking down, it's because I don't want to forget anything. Again, my name is Dr. Ndidi. Welcome to my channel. I am a health and wealth expert. And so I try to tie my content into both and how you can understand that your health is your wealth, but most importantly, making sure that you're an all-round person, like your health is great and financially you're also good. So we're gonna be talking about emergency fund. So we hear it all the time, emergency fund, save for the rainy day. What is that? This is money that is set aside for a specific time in your life that you didn't plan for, and that if you could control it, the only place where you could get this money will be wherever you keep it, instead of asking other people outside. That is essentially what an emergency fund is. Now, you have to determine what this number looks for you. Some people, they could only afford $20 a month, $100 a month. Maybe some people it's $500 or $1,000. Whatever that money is, you have to keep it far away from anything else that you have. So I've seen the case where people have a special savings account that is labeled for rainy day or emergency, and that's where that money goes, and it's not linked to any card or anything, so they don't go spending it, or they're not able to transfer money easily out of that account, and that's what they have it for. So if that's you, if you have one already, yay, great. There is no set amount that you need to have in there. With the way the economy is changing these days, you can't really control that. So just keep that in mind. Don't try to kill yourself for not able to save a certain amount every month or whatever. So I'm gonna make this as easy for you as possible for the everyday person, because this was me, and I've always put money away right from when I was earning $300 a month to earning over a certain amount, 5 figures or so. This is what I do. Now, keep in mind, this comes with discipline. If you're not a disciplined person, you're not going to be able to do this. And so that means whenever you have an unexpected flat tire, you have to change something, you have emergency, especially if you're a parent, your child has an emergency, has to go to the ER, or God forbid, needs emergency surgery. Have you been saving that kind of money? Is your insurance going to cover everything? Right? So let's keep that in mind. So number 1, you want to set a clear savings goal. Whatever that number is for you, you have to be realistic. You have to be true to yourself. Do not do what everybody else is doing. You're not everybody else. Like I said, when I had a job that was paying me $300 a month, because I was in high school then, and I would do like a few hours every weekend, that was my pay. I will set money aside 10% for giving away, like tithing, another 10% for saving. So 10% of 300 is what? $30 is what I was saving. And it was good. After a while, you see the money already built up and you're like, wow, okay, I'm doing something good for myself. Fast forward to if you're making a few $1,000s a month. Whenever you get your paycheck, do that number. If it's 10%, you could put aside. If it's $50 or $100 or whatever, but it's good to always see that number grow. According to your own standard, keep that true to yourself. For you, this is not money where someone calls you and say, oh, can I borrow $100, $200? I can't pay my bill. Then you go in there and you dig it out and you be like, oh yeah, here, I have it. No. This money is I don't have it money. You don't have it except as an emergency for you or your kids or something like that where you're the responsible party. You can have money aside to give away to people, have that in different savings account. When that time comes and those people come, you could give them from there, or that could be part of your charity for the month. But this one, no, it's not for anybody else. Number 2, create a budget and something that is allocate those funds. So what do I mean? Just the same thing I said, decide what number you want to put in there every month, or if it's every paycheck, if that works better for you. I prefer every paycheck. Whenever any money comes into my account, I'm dividing it automatically. You go to this account, you go there. This is for bills. But the only way you could do this is if you know what you have coming in and what you have going out. So a practical way you could do this is get a sheet of paper, get a pen. You gotta write this stuff out. It's not something that is in your head. If you're more fancy, maybe you have some kind of system on your computer that will help you track this better, or an app. But if you really want to be simple and you're just starting, get a paper, draw a line down, right? Incoming, meaning this is the money that I have coming in every paycheck or every month. And then on the other side, write expenses. This is the money that's going out. These are all my bills that I have to pay. All my bills, down to the itty bitty subscription, down to if you're a regular coffee drinker and every single week you spend $100 on coffee, it needs to be in here because that is a regular expense that's coming out of your pocket every week or every day, every month. Write it all here. To your gas bill, to buying gas for your car, if you're paying for toll, everything needs to be on here. This has to be the truest form of how you spend money. And whatever is left, that is what you could play with. Okay, so you have whatever's coming in, whatever's going out. Whatever's going out should never be more than what you have coming in. This is where you're gonna see it. Because you write down everything you spend, you add it up. If it's ever over how much you have coming in, either you have to increase how you get money or you have to reduce some of those bills. That's something you have to figure out, and you have to be consistent with this. Once you see those numbers, then you'll be able to say, okay, now I could put away $100 here for my emergency fund for saving because I have all this other extra money that can now go into other things. If you have entertainment, remember to put that in there. You're not going to be a human being that's just not having fun. Then you're sucking out the whole joy out of life, right? But be smart with it. The third thing I'll say is automate your spending. If you're not a disciplined person, have it automatically go in there. You can set it up with your bank where you tell your bank, okay, every day or every 10th of the month or whatever time, every time I have a paycheck, take a certain percentage and put it in this account. It can automatically do that for you. Even your paycheck, you can actually have your HR split your payments into different percentages that will go into different accounts. So immediately as you're getting paid, you're not even seeing it. It's not going to where you can touch it. It just goes straight to that account and it's there. All right. Now me, I've been doing this for a long time. So I do mine by myself. Immediately I log in, I see money in, boom, you're out. Go to the savings account, stay there. I don't want to look at you. The fourth thing I'll say is generate extra income. If you feel like whatever you're bringing in is not enough for you to put aside for your emergency fund, find a way to get maybe a separate job that just focuses on that. Maybe a part-time job, a side gig. We're in the world of freelancing these days. If you have a special skill that people could pay you for, if you write really well, maybe you could charge people. There are different websites you could go put your service on, like Fiverr, and there's so many out there. Put it out there. If you clean good, maybe register with all those companies that always need cleaners. They'll send you to different homes every week. You clean a home, you get paid. Sell some of your stuff. If you have a lot of crap that you're not using anymore, sell it on Amazon, sell it on OfferUp, whatever. Sell those things, get some money, put it in your emergency fund. And the last, my fifth way that you can save up for your emergency fund will be to cut unnecessary spending. Yes, I said it. This is where that budgeting part comes in. When you do your income, whatever you have coming in, whatever you get paid, and whatever you're spending, it helps you see what is unnecessary there. So let's say you do that and your numbers are off. Then you know, okay, maybe I don't need to be buying coffee every day. So maybe instead of spending $100 on coffee every week, maybe I'll just drink 1 cup of coffee. Maybe I'll make something at home. Maybe I don't need to go to the movies every weekend. Maybe I don't need to go shopping and buying stuff that I don't need on impulse. Maybe I just need to write my list and go shopping instead. Maybe I don't need to be the one giving everybody around me money when I don't have it myself. I gotta look out for me. The Bible says, love your neighbor the way you love yourself. If you don't love yourself by making sure you're okay and you're giving it all out, then you're doing wrong. Because if you're not okay as a person, how will you be able to give to other people in the future? So these are my 5 ways I'll say are very helpful tips on how you can save up your emergency fund and reduce the heart attack of sudden compulsory spending that come up in an emergency. Whether it was you going to the hospital, God forbid, somebody having a flat tire, things that need to be replaced in the house, your microwave just went out, your refrigerator blew up, your washer and dryer just stopped working, and those things cost a lot of money. Your car, the engine just stopped running. Now you have to go buy $1,000 transmission or engine or whatever. But those are just ideas on how you can save money. So you can have money enough for the rainy day. It doesn't necessarily have to be healthcare costs, but healthcare is number 1 way where people get bankrupt, and I don't want that for anybody. So that's why I'm bringing this information to you. But thank you again for listening. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. Do you have any other ideas on how people can save money? Put it down in the comments. Thank you, and make sure you subscribe. Subscribe so that YouTube knows that people love this kind of information. Thank you so much and have a great day. Bye-bye.